Guys, we're in the beautiful city of Las Vegas. Behind us, I don't know if you can move, but we can see the Las Vegas Sphere, and we can see the Las Vegas Strip, pretty much fucking everything. And most importantly, of my best friend and client,
Zion Liu.
Exactly. And bro, how much have you made last month?
Last month I made $7,100.
$7,100, bro. $7,100. How do you feel?
Feels amazing. It feels surreal at times. At first, it didn't feel believable, but then as I started soon to realize it's only going to go up from this point.
You know, that's a really good realization because, you know, most people, they don't understand generally how hard it is to make their first, even like 2K month.
Yeah.
For me personally, I made like, it was like within the next year, not the next, but within a whole year.
Yeah.
And around a year and a half. That's how long it took me for me to make my first 3K month. I want to ask you, for everyone watching this,
right?
Like, tell us how old are you? Where are you from? And bro, like, from where did you originate? Like, right now you're at 7K, you're about to be at 10K, you're about to be at 20K. Like, where did you originate? How old are you and where are you from, bro?
Oh yeah, right now I'm 20. I'm from Vancouver, Canada, right where this guy's from. 5 minutes away, proximity wise. Can you repeat that question?
Yeah, of course, bro. Where are you from, bro? Like, where are you from?
Yeah.
And how did you start out?
Okay, yeah, for sure. So, like I said, I'm from Vancouver, Canada. Specifically, I'm 5 minutes away from this guy, where this guy lives. Very close proximity. Where did I start out? That goes back a long ways. And I think the best way to describe that would be through fucking high school. You know, going through high school, you're about to graduate from school, about to go see the world. You want to make some money. So naturally at high school we started with what? Fucking drop shipping in English class. Drop shipping in English class. That didn't work out.
Yeah, that did not work
And then we moved to what was that called? Affiliate marketing. That didn't work out either.
You remember Pinterest?
Oh, I remember
Pinterest.
Pinterest.
You fucking doing all the Pinterest. Oh no.
And then we went to watching fucking bird videos in class. And then soon came to the realization that fucking these business models didn't work, and that if we wanted to truly be something, truly achieve something, we're gonna have to find something new, find something else to do that's going to be rewarding, that's going to be consistent, where these other business models didn't offer that. So that's after that I kind of went into day trading a little bit, and then you went to fucking sales, but I kind of took a different path. I went into day trading, which is kind of ironic because we're in day trading. Day trading requires skill, requires knowledge, of course, but to some degree it's fucking gambling with your money. And that's kind of ironic because we're in Sin City right now, the fucking gambling capital of the world.
Yeah.
But anyway, went into day trading a little bit, and I thought, you know, at this point in my life, I thought, fuck, I'll just be one of those day trader guys, like, you know, I'll just be fucking day trader, be like TJI or whatever, fucking, you know.
Yeah.
And then that's where I kind of envisioned myself to be. But like I said before, it's gambling because there's potential for you to make a lot of money, there's potential for you to lose a lot of money. And luckily for me, I'm one of those guys where I made a little bit of money with day trading, but I didn't lose a substantial amount of money. And I remember this very vividly because there's one day that, like my usual routine, I fucking make a cup of coffee in the morning, go to my laptop, start trading. And so there was this one stock that I always knew was supposed to be safe, right?
Yeah.
For me, I trusted that. So like I said, I opened my laptop, began to work, went downstairs to make my coffee, and when I came back, that stock, whom I put so much faith in, was fucking plummeting down for when I was making coffee. And then I was like, oh shit, I need to pull out. So I pulled out. And I'm glad I did because I could have lost a lot more money. And that's when I made the realization that no matter how consistent I worked, no matter how hard that I worked, fucking day trading is not a business model that's going to reward me for all those efforts that I put in. That's why I kind of got into sales, kind of got into, you know, e-commerce, and realized that, hey, sales is a path that's going to reward you for your consistency, for your repetitiveness, for your hard work, and it doesn't require that much risk for you to be able to put in. It's not going to require that much risk for you to trust, to know that if you put in the hard work, that's not going to fail you, and you're not going to fail that model. So that's pretty much it.
Absolutely. Sales is a game where you get rewarded based off of your skills. Directly off of your skills. The amount of work that you put in is the amount of that you're going to get right fucking back.
Yeah.
Right? How good you are directly correlates to how much you're going to make. Directly correlates to commissions you're going to make. Directly correlates to how well you're going to be able to take care of yourself. That's the beauty of sales. And I want to ask you, bro, like, tell me about a moment where you knew that, like, I'll say this instead. Tell me about a moment that where in your life that you knew that you had to change. Something was nagging you at the bottom of your heart, telling you, Zion, I gotta change my life. Now, what was the moment? Tell us about a moment that where you knew that fundamentally things just had to fucking change.
Well, there's a thing called Instagram. I don't know if you heard of it.
Wait, sorry, think? What do you mean?
There's a thing called Instagram.
Thing on Instagram.
I don't know if
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what
yeah.
Instagram is, but I think
I got no clue what Instagram is.
Okay, so Instagram. You know, on Instagram, you see all these people living their life.
Yeah.
Whether they're young, whether they're a little bit older, whether they're, I don't know. But my point is that Instagram is a great platform for you to communicate with other people, but it's also a great platform for you to see what other people have accomplished. And that in itself should tell you something, right? Because you can see what other people have accomplished going down the same path you are so wanting to take, and you can't help but ask yourself, how does that person accomplish what they accomplished? But me, I want to go down that path too. But if I go down that path, will I accomplish what that person has accomplished? And that was the realization for me, is that Instagram helps you fucking talk to other people. You can follow other people, whatever. But ultimately, it shows you what is possible if you put your heart and your mind to it. And ultimately, what you see on Instagram is either going to be really, really like motivating to you, because you know that if you put whatever strength, whatever you can muster together within you to put towards that, you're going to be on a very similar approach, very similar path to whoever you see that's going to make it. So that was what's nagging me, is Instagram, is seeing what's out there and seeing all these things that you can accomplish if you put your heart and your soul and your hard fucking work into it. And that's about it, yeah.
And bro, like, we've known each other for quite a while, although we haven't been doing business for a while, but we've known each other from like from grade 12, bro.
Yeah.
We're grade 12, right? So both of us fully understand what we come from.
Mm-hmm.
We both originate fucking poor, broke. We have families that are middle class. We both, at that point, we either had a job, we didn't have a job, we're basically making minimum wage. Mm-hmm. I want to ask you, because from person to person it may vary, and we may have slightly different things that we used to see on Instagram. For you specifically, back when you used to see those things on Instagram that would motivate you so much, what exactly were they? Talk about those things. What exactly were they?
Well, you can see materialistic things, right? Yeah. Like the fucking cars, Lamborghinis, the watches, the fucking what else? You know, houses.
The good stuff, the luxury shit.
You can see all of that, right? So you can see all of that, but that doesn't matter, right? That's just materialistic wealth. That fucking doesn't matter. What you can also see is fucking freedom, right? You can see someone's story about them on a Tuesday at like 10 a.m. doing the most random shit ever while you're stuck in school. And it's like, well, this guy's 2 years older than me. He's jet skiing on a 12 p.m. noon in the middle of the day while I'm stuck in school. What the fuck am I doing? It's about freedom, right? It's about, I want to do this, so how can I do that? And that's what you should see, right? That should motivate you, right? Like watches, cars, it's nice. It's nice. Don't get me wrong.
Facts.
But the freedom is what's nicer. It's being able to do what you want, when you want it, however you want. And that visualization is only going to come to you through hard work. It's only be achieved through hard work. And that's what I want to see and what I surround myself with.
Absolutely, bro. Look at us. Like, look behind you. Look behind you. We're in the beautiful city of fucking Las Vegas. We got one of the best views in the city. We're overlooking the entire strip on one of the top floors and one of the most popular hotels in the entire city. Look at this view. This is a view to die for.
Yeah.
We're here doing what the fuck we want. Right?
Yeah.
But I want to ask you. You went from zero. So did I.
Oh, yeah.
We both went from zero, and you're now at 7K.
Yeah.
And knowing that only the better is to come.
Yeah.
10, 15, 20. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
The momentum that you have right now is something to die for. Most people will never even get it.
Right.
Never. Right? How does that make you feel that although we're super grateful in the heart to be where we're at right now, like how does that make you feel knowing that only better is to come?
It makes me impatient. It makes me feel impatient. It makes me feel like, I think Andrew Tate said this the best, and I don't know the exact wording verbatim, but he said that like, if you go to the gym and you want a six pack, you don't know how long you're gonna have to grind in the gym to get a six pack. But what if I told you, if you go to the gym for 6 months, 5 days a week, for 2 hours every day, you are guaranteed to get a six pack. Then you would fucking want to go to the gym, because because Tate has put a timeline to it that you know you can achieve through this many days, this many hours, this many weeks, this many months. Right?
Yeah.
So it's about timing. Right? Like, I know if I put through the hard work, if I'm consistent, if I'm persistent, if I'm relentless, it's gonna come in the end. And I don't know when that date is going to be. I don't know when it's gonna be, but I know it's gonna come soon. And no matter, and that only translates to however hard I work, it's gonna come sooner.
And that's true, man.
That's about timing, yeah.
That's absolutely true. And bro, Zan,
Yeah.
brother, like, dab me up real quick. Like, you're an inspiring fucking person, in of itself,
Yeah.
right? And you have your own unique story, right? And for me, I always want to ask this,
Yeah.
because personally, growing up, I hated school. I grew up as a C student, for people that know me. And English class, what did I get in English class?
Not good.
Okay, yeah,
I don't remember,
I think
man.
you're too embarrassed. Oh, you don't remember?
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
It was like a fucking C minus, right?
Okay, oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, it's pretty shit, right? But growing up, I've always been that person that, although I'm an Asian, and most people like they directly see Asians as people who get constant A's,
Right.
and I'm one of those people who just can't fucking seem to do that,
Yeah.
right? And I want to ask you, at what point in your school life did you finally realize, holy fuck, okay, I want a life that's extraordinary?
Yeah.
And I don't think, and I know, okay, holy shit, I'm starting to realize that if I keep going down the route right now, keep listening to my teachers, get my degree, and get my job, and go down that route,
Yeah.
even in the next 10 years, I'm gonna be nowhere near where I want to be.
Right.
At what point did you realize that school wasn't going to get you that kind of goal?
Well, I don't know if you know the saying, but there's a saying out there. It's very simple. It's called C's get degrees.
I've actually never heard.
Okay.
C's
get degrees.
So like the C, like
Yeah,
the ocean,
C.
right?
No, C, like letter C.
Oh,
C's get degrees. So
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So school, like, thing with school is like it can be useful to an extent, right? But most of it, it doesn't perpetuate yourself to be the kind of person you want to be at the end of the day. I don't think that's what the education system does to you.
Yeah.
And the realization is that when you look at a lot of these success stories from people, they accredit their success very smallly, very minimally to school. If they even accredit their success to school at all, right? Like, I don't know, what's a good example? Like fucking
Bezos? I don't know.
nah, Bezos.
Anyone famous who's been to school?
I can't think of it. That's the problem.
Jobs.
Oh, Steve Jobs. But I'm talking about like the whole broader realm of successful people.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah, numbers.
like
wise.
if you ask
Yeah.
them, hey, what made you successful? They'll rarely accredit school, or they might not even mention school. Hey, I went to this Ivy League college in business and finance.
Oh,
and-
Tate.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, everyone knows him, but yeah.
But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If you ask
Yeah.
a really successful businessman, or really successful anyone for that matter, like, hey, how did you become this successful? Can you walk me through your early life? They won't be like, oh, I went to an Ivy League business school, and
Shit.
you know what I mean, right? And you know that one person on Instagram is quite famous. He's the School of Hard Knocks.
School of Hard. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
of
goes.
course,
Everyone.
yeah, of
he
course.
literally goes around everyone interviewing.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a billionaire. Like I've introduced
Yeah.
thousands of billionaires.
Yeah.
Like, do you have quick 2 minutes?
So
right?
which
Yeah.
billionaire on his fucking interview responded, I went to this school, I got this degree, it helped me did this, and now this is where I'm at because of this.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't seen it.
Right,
I
so
haven't seen it, bro.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
I haven't seen it.
like a lot of successful people, they don't really accredit their success to school.
Yeah.
Like they'll say, oh yeah, I went to this school. That's part of my bio. That's part of my life story. But they don't accredit school as to their success. So I think that ultimately answers your question, right? Like you got to realize that school is there to help you succeed in some
Wow.
areas,
Yeah.
and it's there to help you. It's there to restrain you in other areas. So I think it's the onus is on you to recognize which areas the school helped me succeed in, and actually maybe try in that area if you genuinely think that school is trying to help you in this area. But in the other area, if you think it's a complete fucking waste of time, then that should be a red flag and say, hey, this is not helping me at all. This is not helping me where I want to go. So I'm going to get rid of this so that I can actually focus on what's important.
That's actually true. I'll tell you this. When I was growing up, and I bet you can relate to that. I bet a lot of people watching this can relate to this right now. I bet you can relate to this. You. Exactly. Like, when I was growing up,
Yeah.
like, I'm going to be completely honest, like, and I don't want to sound like him at all, but I was very, very, I wouldn't say brainwashed, but extremely influenced by Tay. And when I realized, one thing that I said is that if you want to become a mathematician,
Yeah.
if you want to get good at math, you go straight to a mathematician.
Yeah.
You go straight to a mathematician. You don't go to a fucking college professor.
Yeah.
Right? If you want to learn piano, you don't go to you don't go to university.
Yeah.
You go to a fucking pianist.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a pianist, by the way. You can't
pianist.
pronounce that. Pianist.
Oh, fuck, my bad, bro. Do you still play piano to some degree? Kind of.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. I'm a pianist. You're not a pianist, though.
Fuck off. Typical Chinese, no? Typical Chinese, bro. But fuck, you have to one-up me there, but fuck. I guess you have to teach me, but as I was saying, like, you go to that specific person who's already a professional at it.
Yeah.
And a college professor is generally nowhere near that, right? And I do want to say this. Most people, they think the solution to their problems
Yeah.
is a school teacher.
Right.
When in reality, for most professions,
Yeah.
that may not be the case. And I would say, when I say most, I mean like 95%, don't you think?
Yeah.
Right? Right around, right?
Yeah.
And that's absolutely true. And I want to ask you,
Yeah.
all these people in college and university, generally,
Right.
they feel stuck with their life.
Yeah.
Extremely stuck.
Yeah.
Right? They have very little clarity on what they're doing in life. If you go to school right now, you ask your average 21, 22-year-old, 20 years old,
Yeah.
and you ask them, name, like, where do you see yourself in the next 3 years? What do you want to be? What impact do you want to make? Who do you want to become?
Yeah.
Generally, they can't give you a fucking answer.
Yeah.
They can't give you an answer, right?
Yeah.
So they feel stuck with their life. So what do? They do what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
School. So I want to ask you, bro, like,
Yeah.
tell me, because I'm generally curious, and I haven't ever got to ask you this question.
Yeah.
Like, what was a moment in your entrepreneurial journey so far,
Yeah.
in which you were extremely stuck? You're extremely stuck. You felt like generally fucking throwing in the towel, fucking off, and you know what, saying, I'm gonna fucking quit.
Yeah.
And tell me about that moment. Not only what it was like, but deep down, how did you feel?
Yeah.
And not only how did you feel, but how did you overcome that? Like, tell us about a moment.
The entrepreneur journey. Okay, where do I start? So, I think it's start to actually ask what entrepreneurship is, right? Because there's not a lot of people who really understand what it is. Like, if I ask some random, I don't know, if I ask a college kid or a high school kid or whatever, I'm like, hey, what is entrepreneurship? They'll probably say something along the lines of, making money.
Bro, fuck, yeah,
And
that's
it's like,
true, yeah.
I work at McDonald's, I make money too. Am I an entrepreneur? No. It's not about making money. What entrepreneurship is about is seeing a problem and seeing a solution and connecting the dots together. I think that is how you should view entrepreneurship. And so where I was really stuck, and this comes into mindset, right? Because where I was really stuck, I had the mindset of like, I need to make money. How do I make money? Can this make me money? Can that make me money?
Absolutely.
It's kind of like fucking Rick Ross, like Jewish intuition. It's like, how do I make money? How do I make money? How do I make money?
Yeah.
But then you realize entrepreneurship is not about making money. It's about finding a problem and then finding a solution and then connecting the dots together. That I think is what entrepreneurship is. It's not about making money. There's 100 million easy ways to make money.
Fuck,
And
that's right.
it's not, and out of all those ways, not every single one of those ways is called entrepreneurship. But at its core, if you find a problem and you find a solution and you connect the two together, you get rewarded. You get paid for finding a solution. That's what entrepreneurship is, right? So I was really stuck because I had the mindset that I need to make money.
Yeah.
And that didn't lead me anywhere because I just want to make money. That's not helping me at all, right? So where I felt the most stuck was having that mindset of fuck, I just need to make money, and that's 100% that's the wrong mindset to approach things by. And you know, when I realized that, okay, entrepreneurship isn't about making money, but it's actually about finding a solution to the problem. Like in the online sales world, you need people.
Oh, facts,
you need
yeah.
fucking info. You have info offers with no people to correctly represent them, without people to correctly connect them. That is a problem in which a solution needs to exist through us. So that at the end of the day, it's about fixing the mindset and realizing that what problems are there and what solutions can I find to those problems. And as a matter of fact, when I first got started, one of my mentors, he's in the US, he's in the Midwest right now, so not where we are. He's in the Midwest. And what he did, I don't know if he's still doing it, but this is what he was doing a year ago when I was
Also, do you mean
connecting.
Middle East?
No, Midwest.
Midwest?
Midwest.
Oh, okay.
Midwest US, not the
Midwest.
Middle East. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
What he was doing is he would be finding areas where the hail was raining down. Like hail. Raining down from the sky.
What do you mean by that?
Hail. Like, you know hail?
Yeah. Hail, yeah.
He would find the hail. He would go chase literally after the storm. Chase the storm. See where the hail rains down.
Yeah.
Go
yeah.
to the people
Yeah.
and say, hey, you got some damage on your car. You got some damage on your property. Would you like us to fix it? Blah, blah, blah. And it all goes through insurance. And he's a G for that. He's an entrepreneur because he's helping people fix hail damage to their vehicles, to their property. And that is a problem that exists in the Midwest US, where sometimes the weather can get pretty rough and hail down and damage stuff, right? So he's doing that. He's connecting a problem with a solution. And that's how he makes his money, because he's an entrepreneur by doing that. And that is, I think, a great example of having the correct mindset about what I just talked about. And ultimately that, I think, when you adopt that mindset and find ways to implement that mindset is when you will feel less stuck and feel not stuck and really go beyond.
Yeah, because once you start thinking that way, you start to think, okay, well, what problems can I solve?
Yeah.
Okay, I can solve this problem. How do I solve those problems? Okay, I need to get good at XYZ skill sets.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll get good at XYZ skill sets and solve the problem, right? I want to ask you, like, at what point in your journey did you actually make that realization?
If you want me to put a time, I think it was 2026 right now. I think
Yes, 2026 right now. Time travel back into your memory.
2024, late 2024.
Damn.
Like,
Yeah.
fall winter of 2024, I'd say.
Yeah, but hey, that's what it takes. It takes time, right?
Of course.
Absolutely, bro. And I want to ask you,
Yeah.
although we've known each other for quite a while, but I haven't been helping you
Yeah.
as a client and as a mentor
Yeah.
for very long. I want to ask you, like, so far, what was the best piece of advice that you've gotten from me as a mentee that has propelled you to go as far as you've gone right now? What was the best piece of advice you've ever gotten from me? If you had to put only one on it, you can only name one.
Okay. It's probably be yourself.
How so?
Because, like, the way you approach people, the way you approach opportunities is just to be yourself, right? Like, don't try to, put on a facade where you want to impress whoever you're impressing, or you want to manipulate them into thinking differently of you. Right? It's just to be yourself, and if you're genuinely a goofball, then fucking genuinely be a goofball. Right? Like, there are people out there who want a genuine goofball on their team versus a guy who seems like they got it all figured out.
Fuck,
right?
No, you're right. Yeah.
Because that goofball, if you give it like a genuine goofball opportunity, and that you can massively propel them forward, right? Like,
yeah, that's true.
At the end of the day, just like be yourself, no matter where you're going to, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting you to say some sort of fucking sales tactic that I gave you. For example, how I help you to get clients, through outreach, right?
Yeah.
Now you land clients, right? I was expecting you to say something like that, but I genuinely appreciate that, man.
Well, both of us are goofballs, so I
fucking that explains it, bro. Well, bro, I appreciate you coming out to Vegas with me.
Yeah, bro.
And bro, having the fun. We're about to have the time of our life. Literally right after this, we're about to go to the strip, fucking Aura Farm, fucking LARP, and just smoke cigars for fun.
Fuck yeah. Appreciate the opportunity, bro.
Absolutely, bro.